Welcome to another lab session. Now, in this lab session, we are going to build on our cafe business case study. Now, if you watch our previous case study, we were able to migrate our cafe database, which was hosted on an EC2 instance, to a managed database system called RDS. And this is a managed service by AWS, which means that our database patches, our operating system patches, our scaling will all be handled by AWS. Okay. Now, there is a need to now enhance the security posture of our cafe business. So, in order not to also break things in our production environment, there is a need to test this out in a separate environment. And when we are okay with it, we will now move to the production environment. So, in this lab, we will want to implement securities at all layers. So this lab session is going to focus on building a VPC and putting in some security measures for our cafe business. So at the end of this lab session, this is the architecture that we are going to end with. We have a VPC created with two subnets, a public and a private subnet with an internet gateway attached to it. We'll have an instance in our private subnet, right? That is obviously our application server with a security group protecting it, and also a custom network access control list working at the subnet level. We will then attach a NAT gateway, put it in the public subnet that will grant internet access to the private subnet. We'll have a bastion host which will grant us administrative access to our private instance, and then a test instance that will have an ICMP communication between the private instance, right? Because the private instance should be able to also download patches when needed. Okay, and when we create the subnet, there is a default network access control list that is created for us, and by default it grants all traffic. So that is basically the architecture that we are going to have at the end of this lab session. So this was just an overview of what we will do. So I'll end the video here, and I'll see you in the next video for the tasks itself.